50 people, one dark room, and one lethal rule. Do not leave your circle, or you're done, dead, erased. Imagine waking up in total darkness. Your body is stiff, your heart is pounding. You're standing on a glowing red circle on the floor. You aren't alone. Surrounding you are 49 strangers, men, women, even a child, who have also just regained consciousness. You want to move. You want to ask where you are. But your instincts, they scream at you. Don't move an inch. One woman tries to step out. She just wants to see what's beyond the shadows. Beep. A deafening alarm pierces everyone's eardrums. It's a warning. She instinctively jumps back. Fear, cold, paralyzing fear, begins to crawl under everyone's skin. In the center of the room, a massive black machine stands silent, cold, threatening. Suddenly, another woman panics. She loses her mind. She screams for her friend and bolts out of her circle. Zap! A bolt of electricity hits her square in the chest. She's dead instantly. No blood, no scream. Just the sound of a body hitting the floor before it's mysteriously dragged into the darkness. Now everyone is awake. There's a man in a suit, a housewife, a cop, even a little girl. 50 souls from every walk of life. Confusion turns to horror as one by one, people start dying every 2 minutes for no apparent reason. There is no monster. There is no killer. Just a clock, ticking, ticking. Then an Asian man notices something terrifying. In front of their hands, there's an invisible sensor. If you move your hand, a red arrow appears on the floor, pointing at someone else. This isn't an accident. This is a vote. This is a game of choose or be chosen. Every 2 minutes, the machine in the center counts the votes. Whoever gets the most gets executed. If no one votes, the machine picks someone at random. You have to choose. A voice seems to whisper in their minds. Pick one person to die, or you all die together. Human beings like to claim they have a conscience. They talk about morality, but in this room, a conscience is a luxury you can't afford. They start negotiating. They try to be good people. They try to trick the system by voting for those who are already dead. But the machine is smart. It ignores the corpses and fires its laser at the living anyway. The game demands a sacrifice. A man in a blue jacket takes control. He looks like a logical leader. "Listen to me," he yells. "We need time to think. We need to buy ourselves some time." His strategy is brutal, yet logical in their desperate eyes. Kill the oldest people first, those who have already lived long lives, those who don't matter anymore. And so, the purging begins. Grandfather after grandfather, grandmother after grandmother. One by one, they drop. Every 2 minutes, an old life is snuffed out just to give the young 10 more minutes to argue. It's survival of the fittest in its purest, darkest form. But the arguments lead nowhere but to more hatred. They start asking each other, "What do you do? What is your contribution to society?" One man claims he's a generous banker. A woman claims she's fighting cancer. Suddenly, the value of a human life is measured by a resume. If you aren't useful, you are dead. Watch how fast the mask of civilization cracks. A black man starts feeling cornered by racism. A cop starts using his authority to point out who deserves to die. The atmosphere turns into a verbal war zone. It's not about who is right anymore. It's about who has the most friends. A tough-looking guy named Raul is accused of murdering his girlfriend. With no evidence, no trial. The mob votes for him. Raul dies, simply because he looks like a criminal. Fear turns humans into the most ruthless judges. They are no longer looking for a way out. They're just looking for a reason to point at someone else, so they aren't the ones standing under the laser. Then comes the darkest debate of all, between a little girl and a pregnant woman. Why should the kid live? A man in glasses asks. She hasn't given anything to the world yet, but the pregnant woman? There are 2 lives there. Sick logic begins to rule the room. The group splits into 2 factions, those who want to protect the weak, and those who just want to save their own skin. Meet Eric, the man in the red jacket who has been mostly silent until now. He's observant, like a hawk. He watches every argument. He knows who is weak and who is stubborn. Eric is a predator disguised as a protector. He starts inciting people to kill each other. He triggers conflicts between the religious and the atheists. He fuels hatred toward a lesbian woman. One by one, Eric's opponents die in the voting, while he remains safe in his circle. He is playing the long game. Time keeps ticking. The room gets emptier. The silence gets louder. Their numbers dwindle from 50 to 10, then 5, until finally only 3 remain. Eric, the little girl, and the pregnant woman. This is the purest moment of human evil. Eric looks at the little girl. He speaks in a voice that is so soft, so convincing. Only one can leave this place, he whispers. Let's sacrifice ourselves for the baby. The little girl, with a heartbreaking innocence, agrees. She prepares to step out of her circle in the final seconds of the countdown. Eric nods. He acts as if he is about to do the same. The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1. The girl steps out. Zap! She's gone. But Eric, he doesn't move an inch. In the final split second, Eric's hand moves fast. He casts his vote for the pregnant woman. Eric stands alone in the room. He won. He manipulated 49 lives just to be the last one standing. Eric breathes a sigh of relief. He thinks it's over. He waits for the doors to open. But the alarm sounds again. Beep! Eric panics. I'm the only one left. He screams into the darkness. I'm the only one. But the machine isn't wrong. It detects another life in the room. The unborn baby inside the mother he just murdered. Without hesitation. Without a single tear. Eric does the final thing that proves his humanity is dead. He casts his vote to execute the unborn child. One last flash of light fills the room. Eric wakes up under the sun. He is in a field with a small group of other survivors. They all have the same look in their eyes. Cold, empty. Above them, hundreds of massive UFOs cover the sky. They are the chosen ones. The ones who are the best at surviving. The ones who are most capable of killing their own kind. Congratulations, Eric. You survived. But look at yourself in the mirror. You aren't the man who entered that room. You are just a biological motor, optimized by fear. And now, ask yourself, if you were standing in that circle today, who would you point at first? Don't answer. I already know. Thanks for watching. Now, go back to your world and pray that the red light never flickers under your feet.